Hey, hello all. I hope all of you are doing good. So today's topic is very important, which is RPKI. It stands for Resource Public Key Infrastructure. So we are aware about public key infrastructure, which deals into certificate and all of those things. Here, when we are talking about RPKI, it is also doing a same cryptographic framework, I will say. But before that, we need to understand what it is all about. So we are aware that if we are taking any connection from any ISP, that ISP will go with different vendors, and we have, let us say, source here in India and destination in maybe in Canada. So there can be different ISPs which can be involved. Maybe here it is Airtel, then maybe Colt is there, then maybe AT&T is there, or blah blah blah. Okay, so BGP is the protocol which is gonna run in between all of these kind of devices, and BGP is the main protocol, all of you are aware, which work in between your ISP, cloud providers, or enterprise globally. But the problem with BGP is that it blindly trusts the announcement. So let us say if it has an X announcement and there is a prefix, let us say 1.1.1/24, okay, or let me put it as 0. And when it is going to the cold service provider and it is coming with like 1110/24 is advertised by X, it will not ask any question, okay, traditionally. So it can announce its own prefix or maybe other prefix also earlier, which is causing a problem. It can cause to the traffic hijacking. It can maybe go for traffic black holing, or maybe some kind of man in middle attacks can happen. So internet runs on the trust basis, specifically the trust between the AS system exchanging the BGP protocol routes. However, BGP was never designed or built with have built-in security features, which is a vulnerable thing. Now, this stuff can go with a lot of issues. Like if I give you a real-time incident which happened in the Pakistan in 2008. Okay, so Pakistan Telecom hijacked the complete YouTube. What they did, Pakistan Telecom attempt to block YouTube locally. Okay, they announce a more specific prefix, YouTube prefix with 208.65.153.0/24 and propagate it using the ISP PCCW. And result is for whole world, the YouTube was down for approximately 2 hours. And what was the root cause? Root cause was there was no validation mechanism in the BGP network, trusted the incorrect announcement, and this route was not, like stopped anywhere. But in case, let us say, at that time, if somebody was using RPKI, this route will be treated as invalid and it would be gonna drop by the compliant routers. Okay, how? For that, we need to understand about the RPKI, what RPKI is, how it works. We need to understand that. Okay, so as I said you, RPKI stands for Resource Public Key Infrastructure, which means it is a security framework. It is a security framework. which means it allows the IP prefix owner to validate themselves using the cryptographic. See, when I am talking about cryptographic verification, you need to understand whenever the cryptographic term is coming, it means certificate, okay, related to the certificate. So, whenever we announce some prefix, we will be having some cryptographic validation with them. And for the same, what we create something named as ROS, which means route origin authorization. So anybody who is like generating these kind of stuff, they will be creating ROs. So for the same, I hope you people are aware that how IP assignment works. If not, let me tell you, we have 5 RIR. Okay, so these RIR, maybe for Europe, it is RIPE NCC, right? For Asia, it is ethnic. For Africa, it is AFR, NIC. Okay, maybe I also there. Afrinic. Then for USA, North region, Erin is there. Latin region, Lacnic is there. So these are RIN. Okay. So these registries, what they will do, they will, these are internet registries for sure. Okay. And the bigger one, they are the owner of IP address. You can understand bit like that. So they are assigning any IP address. So when you, as in maybe you can act as an LIR, which is locally internet registry, because they cannot do each and every work by themselves. They are distributing it. Bit like when you purchase Maggie, you don't go to the directly to the company to get it done, right? So there are wholesaler, distributors, okay, and in the last you go to the shops and buy from there. Same way, there is a complete chain. Okay, on the bigger one, you can say RIR is there. Then they can have lot of LIR, and maybe LIR can also give this kind of distribution or delegation to different parties. So there is a foolproof root based, or you can say tree based structure over. Okay. So the thing is, these RIR act as the certificate authority. So when we are talking about cryptography, so there should be some certificate authority who is the root server. Okay. So root CA will be acting as this one. So they will be issue the certificate to the customer, provide the web interface. Every of them have some web interface. Okay, where you can go and you can publish some of the IP address. So let us say if I need to publish my AS number, I should have that IP for sure. Okay. If I have this AS number and I need to give it like AS number 1000 or whatever, so in that case, I can register it. Okay. So this is something I am creating a ROA. Okay. So this is something we should be aware about, that when I am talking about RPKI, in RPKI, the issuing party are bigger internet registries, or we can say RIR. It can be LIR, larger scale, smaller scale, but eventually it will be gonna go like that. So if I will break it into step-by-step procedure for you people, how it will work, you need to understand. IP resource, first of all, IP resource is allocated by your regional internet registries or some of RIR. Let us say I have ethnic, okay, and I am going there and I am just registering. So as a network administrator, I will create a ROA. So let us say I have an IP 203.0.113.0/24, and maybe I have a AS number like this. Okay, again, some fake IPs I am taking. Do not try to see which IP is this. These are fake IPs. Now this ROA, as I told you, it means route origin authorization. Okay. So here what I am doing, I am saying that the issue a certificate that this route can be allowed if only this particular AS is announcing this prefix. Okay. For any of the prefix it can be. Okay. So ROA is signed using the cryptographic keys. Now, whenever my router is gonna send this route to somebody, and they have their own, let us say, a server who is checking about the same. So they can approach to any of the RIR. It can be RIPE, it can be ethnic, it can be any RIR, the 5 RIR which I talked about. They will say that, okay, this is the information which I am getting. I need to check the signature of this certificate. Is this fine? Or check the signature of ROA. So this is something named as chain of trust. So we can just validate this complete chain of trust. And how this is checked upon? There is something named as RPKI validator. Okay, so there are some servers you can say, and they are named as routinators. Okay, routinators or howsoever you want to pronunciate it. So you can check like that. Now on your device, you will be gonna configure like, okay, I have router BGP 65555, and I can say BGP RPKI server, and after the server I can say TCP, whatever my routinator IP is, I need to provide that, and on which port it is working. Let us say 3333, I can give that port. And then I need to say BGP best path prefix validity. Okay. And if it is invalid, I can say straightforward deny this. Now, if on a router, this kind of configuration is there, it means that any BGP prefix which is coming, or let me create a diagram just to make you people understand. So let us say this is a router. This router is receiving some stuff. It will go to the same server which we have configured. Okay. Server should be having the caching. If through the caching it is confirming, that is fine. If no, it will go to all those 5 RIR which I talked about, and will check out the certificate. Now, if certificate is matching, that is fine. It is treated as route is valid. If it is valid, it can be propagated to different other routers. Okay. If no, if it is not valid, it can be invalid. Okay. Invalid means that the certificate is wrong, or it is maybe mismatch, we can say, which says it is a possible hijack. And to prevent the hijack, you can put a clear cut drop. So valid means you are accepting it with the highest priority. It means you are dropping it. The third one is because maximum of the people are not using this RPKI. Maybe they are not giving anything, right? So there is no certificate found. In that case also, no ROA is there. So in that case also, it will be gonna accept, which is not good, but people are doing it. It is from the beginning of the internet. It will be gonna accept with the lowest priority. Okay. So there can be three cases. It can be accepted with the highest priority if it is valid. If it is invalid, we can drop it because it prevents the hijack. And then not found means ROA is not there. If I give you some example of the routinator, maybe let me just go and just say routinator. Okay. You can see the first link, there is a routinator. Okay. You give any IP, maybe let me give 12.1.1.1. Okay. Let me click on validate. You can see that there is a complete prefix of /9. Okay. And it is originated by whom? By your AS7018. And who is the RIR? Erin. Okay. If you want to check this, like with whom it is, going with, you can go with the IP info, and here you can see that AS7018 is coming from your country US. Okay, and website is AT&T. So this is coming from AT&T, and you can see how much IPs are there, blah blah blah, and you can see /8/9, and how many public IPs are received from this stuff, we can able to see. So that is how maybe you can just check all of those things using your RPKI. So RPKI, whenever you are utilizing into your environment, it prevents from the route hijacking. Okay. Then it reduces the misconfiguration if somebody mistakenly is doing something. So that can also be mitigated. It improves your global routing, okay, trust. So global routing trust is enhanced and ISP credibility is also improved when you are using RPKI. Okay. But let me tell you, there are some limitations also for this RPKI that it can only validate the AS, not full path. Okay. So misconfigured ROA can break the connectivity. So conclusion is RPKI is no longer optional nowadays. It is becoming the baseline requirement for the security of the internet routing. It does not solve every problem, I will say, for the BGP related, but dramatically reduce the risk of your routes hijacking or leaking. So by implementing ROA today, you are not just protecting your own traffic, but you are securing the global internet for everybody. Okay. As a network engineer, or if you are working in ISP, cloud, or security domains, you should be aware about this kind of stuff. If you like it, please comment so that we can, create some more videos, bit like on such of the topics. Thank you. Great day. Bye.